Let's take this ponytail down. Like, what is this? So today I want to do a side-by-side comparison, a versus, if you will, between a high-end product and a drugstore affordable product. These are both stick foundations. One is the Bobbi Brown foundation stick. The other is the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free foundation stick. And I wanted to do this video because obviously there is a large price difference between the two. The Bobbi Brown was $53 and the Maybelline stick was $8 or $9-ish. So I think what I'll do is I will do one half of my face in the Bobbi Brown stick and one half of my face in the Maybelline stick. See how they compare, see if they're a dupe for each other, because if I could get the same result with something that is a quarter of the price, heck yeah, I'm gonna do it. I have oily skin, so we'll see how the stick foundation consistency works. I have a hard time finding a foundation that my face and oils don't just like eat away at. So for both of them, I got them in the palest shade possible. For Maybelline, that is 110, and for Bobbi Brown, it is 00 Alabaster. The Maybelline Fit Me has 0.32 ounces, and Bobbi Brown has 0.31 ounces. So the Maybelline Fit Me actually has more product, even though it looks quite a lot smaller. Both foundations suggest using your fingers to blend it in, although it does say you can use a brush or a makeup sponge. I think I will just use my fingers for this because I'm lazy. So first I'll take the Bobbi Brown stick. I'm going to apply it to my right side. And I'm not using a primer under this because I often don't use a primer. I just want to see how the foundation works on its own. So here is what it looks like when I stripe it on my face. It pretty much glided right on. It doesn't feel too oily, but it still blends very seamlessly. It's not taking a lot of effort, like, at all. The warmth of my hands would help a little bit too, so. Okay, so that is what the Bobbi Brown Skin foundation stick looks like on this side of my face. You can get real close. It totally evened my skin tone. It looks like my skin didn't completely cover up the acne scars that are here, but it did a pretty good job. Like, you can barely notice them, and the color, which was 00 Alabaster, is definitely pale enough. Yeah, it looks very natural, has a very natural finish. It's not matte, but it's also not dewy at all. So compared to my other side, which has nothing on it. Okay, now time for Maybelline. Okay. So this stuff is a little bit, silicone in it, if you know what I mean. It feels kind of like a primer. The color is not as good of a match. It is more of a very pale, like, pink tone. And I also feel like it didn't give as much coverage as the Bobbi Brown. and the Maybelline side seems to be settling in my pores a little bit more than the Bobbi Brown side. But I will say that the Maybelline side looks more natural. Like on the Bobbi Brown side, you can kind of tell that I'm wearing foundation, whereas on the Maybelline side, you really can't. Like, it doesn't have like a cake face or like a buildup that is obvious at all. Oh, my leg is asleep. So I think I'm going to just add a little bit more coverage where I need it. So on the Bobbi Brown side, we'll see how buildable it is. Maybelline side. As for feeling, the Maybelline side feels softer and the Bobbi Brown side feels stickier. I will say though, I can tell that the Bobbi Brown one is going to hold up better. I mean, I don't know, I've just put it on, but it feels sturdier. This one feels like softer and greasier, and where I have oily skin, I don't really know how that's gonna work out. So as of right now, I think I like the Bobbi Brown side better, which is a total shame because I would have loved for the $8 one to work as opposed to the $50 one. But we'll see how it holds up. My face usually eats away foundation within an hour or so I will keep you posted which one lasted longer. This is what the foundations look like. This is the Bobbi Brown side. It has held up pretty good. It hasn't really worn off anywhere. The Maybelline side did not do as well. I mean, it doesn't look horrible. It just feels like a little bit more melted than this side. The Maybelline also kind of settled around my hairline funny. You can see here shine and a little bit of redness poking through. So is it a dupe? Kind of, not really. I definitely prefer the Bobbi Brown. I was really hoping that the Maybelline would pull through and I could probably return this Bobbi Brown, but I am going to keep the Bobbi Brown because although expensive, I do feel like it performed better than the Maybelline. It held up better with my oily skin, and it had better coverage than the Maybelline. Neither one is a bad foundation, but for me personally, Bobbi Brown was the winner of this drugstore versus high-end segment. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I will see you next time.